The worst serial killers in American history. Imagine a world where evil walks among us, hiding behind normal faces. That's the terrifying reality of serial killers. Welcome, my dear viewers. You're about to dive into the dark world of America's most notorious serial killers. These aren't just stories, they're real crimes that shocked the nation. Number 10. H.H. Holmes, America's first serial killer. What if a killer built a whole hotel just for murder? Active in late 19th century Chicago. Built a murder castle with secret rooms and passages. Killed at least 9 people, possibly more. Caught because of insurance fraud, not murder. Executed in 1896. Number 9. Herb Bow Meister, the Fox Hollow Farm killer. How could a family man hide such a dark secret? Looked normal. Wife, kids, big estate near Indianapolis. Secretly killed men he met at gay bars. Buried victims on his property. At least 11 victims identified, possibly killed 25 or more. Committed suicide in 1996 before arrest. Number 8. Samuel Little, America's most prolific killer. What if the worst killer in U.S. history was someone you've never heard of? Confessed to killing 93 people from 1970 to 2005. Targeted vulnerable people, often low income, black, sex workers. Many victims were never found or named. Drew pictures of victims from memory in prison. Died in prison in 2020. Number 7. John Gacy, the killer clown. What if the funny clown at a kid's party was actually a murderer? Active in Illinois from 1972 to 1978. Performed as a clown at community events. Killed at least 33 young men and boys. Buried 29 bodies under his house. Executed in 1994. Number 6. Dean Corll, the Candyman killer. How could someone use candy to lure victims? Active in Houston from 1970 to 1973. Ran a family candy business. Used teenage boys to help find victims. Killed at least 28 young men and boys. Killed by one of his teenage accomplices in 1973. Number 5. Dennis Rader, the BTK killer. What if a killer wanted to be famous? BTK stands for Bind, Torture, Kill. Killed 10 people in Kansas from 1974 to 1991. Sent taunting letters to police and media. Caught in 2005 after years of silence. Was a church leader and Boy Scout troop leader. Number 4. Bel Gunnis, the Black Widow. What if a killer used love to trap victims? Active in late 19th to early 20th century, killed husbands and suitors for insurance money. Used newspaper ads to find more victims. Killed at least 14 people, possibly up to 40. Disappeared after a fire at her farm in 1908. Number 3. Gary Ridgeway, the Green River killer. How could someone kill for 20 years without getting caught? Active in Washington State from 1982 to 2001. Killed at least 49 women, possibly up to 80. Targeted runaways and sex workers. Caught in 2001 thanks to DNA evidence. Some victims still being identified today. Number 2. Jeffrey Dahmer, the Milwaukee cannibal. What drives a person to such extreme brutality? Active from 1978 to 1991. Killed 17 men and boys in Milwaukee area. Known for extremely gruesome crimes. Almost caught in 1991, but police didn't investigate. Killed in prison by another inmate in 1994. Number 1. Ted Bundy, the charismatic killer. How could someone so charming be so evil? Active from 1969 to 1978, killed at least 30 women across several states, used his looks and charm to lure victims, escaped from custody twice, executed in Florida in 1989. But wait, there is still one. The Zodiac Killer, the one who got away. What if a killer is still out there? Active in California in 1968 to 1969, killed at least 5 people, possibly more. Sent taunting letters and codes to newspapers. Never caught despite massive investigation. Case remains unsolved to this day. And if you thought these killers were elusive, wait until you hear about the criminal mastermind who turned an entire city into his personal game of cat and mouse. Cops, citizens, even the entire country of Japan, all outsmarted by one shadowy figure. Curious? Check out my previous video on the unsolvable case that left law enforcement red-faced and a whole city looking over their shoulders. In the end, I'm grateful for every single one of you who has stuck with me until now. If you're as supportive as I think you are, I want to ask you a favor. To help us grow and reach more people, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement means the world to me, and it'll help us create more content that explores the complexities of true crime.